Welcome, selectors, to this week's match of Weekly Wharf Wixoss. We have Tamayorihime Enduring Darkness Miko versus Aiyai Showdown. Who will reign supreme? Find out coming up next. Welcome back to Weekly Wharf Wixoss. We have on the red side Tamayorihime Enduring Darkness Miko. She comes along with Carnival and Layla, both of which are trying to really get at their opponent's Signy and their life cloth. This is a very aggressive black, red, red Dissona deck. Let's see how it shapes up. And on the blue side, we have Aiyai Showdown, a green, green, blue Ener based deck that wants to stack up its Ener zone with a bunch of really good Signy and pull them out. We have Eldora and Sangha to back her up, both of which play around with life bursts and Ener. Very tricky. Neen neen. Now that we've seen the decks, what time is it, Tama? And off we go. And we have our first assist, Eldora, which draws 2 cards. Must be looking for something that was not in the opening hand. Unfortunately, has to use a servant to block one of the lanes. Not the best of starts, but it does save potentially 1 damage. And we have our first piece, Afternoon Tea Show. This allows Aiyai to either Ener charge 1 or get a card from Ener beginning of their attack phase. This works very well with Aiyai's level 3, we'll see later. Good level 1 play there from Tama. Musica allows you to clear a lane for 1 Ener, minus 3k. Good use of Emergence here to get back that Ener. And then use for an aggressive play here with the Wall-Wolf, which gives Wall-Wolf Lancer for 1 Ener. Our first attack of the game comes through the open lane, and it is not a burst. Second attack gets Lancer through, and we have our first burst. Lavender's burst vanishes at 7k or more, so not very good in the beginning part of the game. And Aiyai definitely guards against that Signy attack with a guard. Aiyai grows to level 2 and has to reveal both of her Dissona crafts. One must be chosen between the Merry-Go-Round and the Azure. In this case, we're choosing Azure, which is more of a attacker, versus the Merry-Go-Round, which is more of an Ener-based Signy. This will go in the Signy deck for later. The other one will get removed from the game to be revealed at the end of the game. Aiyai then hits back with Barbarian Jade General, which is exactly Wall-Wolf, but non-Dissona. And then plays Midoriko Memoria, which is a very good late game card, but just here as a nice level 2 5k. Now we have Sangha level 1 dropping down to get 2 of that Ener back from the trash to the Ener zone, setting up for a really good third turn. First attack, we have a simple clear, followed up by a Barbarian Lancer to not a burst, then an open lane attack to yet another non-burst, and then a center attack for a third non-burst. Very unlucky for Tamayorihime. Tamayorihime is now dropping her first piece, Unknown Memory. This allows her to either vanish a target level 2 or less, draw 2 cards, or enter charge 2, with the restriction that you have to have 2 of the same LRIG on your field, which we have 2 red here, so it gets 2 out of 3 effects. The Wall-Wolf Barbarian center battle just keeps going. We got another Wall-Wolf with Lancer. And the second piece comes down, Dissonance, which allows Tamayorihime to add up to 2 target Dissona Signi from their trash to their hand. Must be looking for something really good here. Looks like the choices are Ivy Dissona and Donna Dissona. Now we have Carnival Attack to clear the other lane, and we have a pretty strong 4-part attack coming up here from Tamayorihime. Aiyai counters with Eldora on stage, which adds another burst icon to the next 2 cards revealed from the life cloth, which is either down target Signy on your opponent's field or draw 2 cards. And that's about the best one you could get. Maritoso prevents the next Signy damage on top of downing another Signy in the field, so that prevents 2 full Signy damage from this attack, which is absolutely brutal for Tamayorihime. There's no boost on this card, but it does have draw 2 cards from the Eldora on stage. So that's only 2 damage from that 4-part attack. Very well played from Aiyai. And like a good ninja, we have Aiyai Showdown appearing. When she enters, she gets 1 card, 1 Signy from her Ener zone to her hand, which then triggers her auto ability, which then allows her to enter charge 1. And Mirage comes down to clear a lane, followed next by a Midoriko Memoria, which will be exceeded, giving her plus 5k until her opponent's next turn. This also turns on her ability to pay 2 green and 1 at the beginning of the attack phase to give her Lancer, since her power is different than Princeton. I then aggressively uses Afternoon Tea Show to pull Musica Memoria out of her Ener, and then pays for Midoriko Memoria's ability to give her Lancer. Tamayorihime has to do something here, so she will use Carnival Sin defensively to block 2 Signy from attacking. And Tamayorihime gets her first burst, which is Kagomeka's, which is adding a target Dissona Signy from trash to hand or putting it onto the field. This gets her back Hanare Dissona. And Tamayorihime blocks the Signy attack with a Servant. So we are currently tied 3-3 on Life Cloth. Like the Shadows, we have Tamayorihime enduring Darkness Miko on the battlefield. She makes all of her Ener black in addition to the other types. Pay 2 to trash an opponent's Signy, or exceed 4 to put 3 Signy from trash onto the field. Next, we are drawing a card off Tamago's ability, getting rid of our center for Dana Dissona, which can allow for a double attack, but in this situation, there's not enough Ener to be able to use that ability. We finally see Layla level 1, which gets in some chip damage on the Life Cloth, revealing a Servant to get another Servant. That's a rough blow there for Tamayorihime. The burst difference continues. With no responses from Aiyai, we have a swing from Tamago to draw 2 cards. This is an underswing. And Aiyai blocks with the Servant she picked up from before. Rough turn there for Tamayorihime. We now have Sangha level 2 on the field. She will vanish a 10k or more, and Ener charge 3, then get 2 Signy back from the Ener Zone 2 hand. Great way to fill up your Ener and then pull something out. Looks like Aiyai has pulled out Barbarian Jade General and Midoriko Memoria. Midoriko Memoria, as long as she's in the center, gets plus 3k power, and as long as there are 3 or more green Signy in the Ener Zone, she cannot be downed by opponent's effects. Additionally, if a piece, which is being played right now, Unknown Memory, again, is played, she gets the ability to negate a lane if she attacks. So Tamayorihime does have a small window to prevent that. This is a very scary front line here. Tamayorihime needs to respond here with something because her bursts are not helping her. A bit of desperation here, Layla the Ranbu is put down just to vanish 1 Signy. Not enough cards and Ener to do the second vanish. Does take care of Midoriko. Brutal, just cannot catch a break here. Does have another Servant to prevent this attack though, so we are now tied 2-2 on Life Cloth. This match is still not out of reach, but Tamayorihime really does need a strong turn here to put in some damage. Tamayorihime is going for her ultimate. We're getting 3 Dissona Signy from trash onto the field. Let's hope they're exactly what she needs. The first card chosen is Bang Dissona, very strong, allowing to clear that 13k with ease. Then we have a Destro Dissona, which is Tamayorhime's signature Signy, which if something is vanished, it goes into the trash instead of the Ener zone. And finally a Kagomeka, who can get a level 3 out of the trash onto the field. Bang will use her ability to put a 12k or more into the trash. And Bang has done her job. She is going to the trash in favor of a R.LUM.R Dissona. This allows for a second vanish of a 10k or less for one Ener. Very nice attack here from Tamayorihime. With this attack from R.LUM.R, since there is more than 10 Dissona cards in the trash, this will vanish a 10k or less, clearing up that lane. Just cannot catch a break. Marbling Jade Beauty's burst allows Aiyai to pay 1 and vanish a Signy 7k or more. The last life cloth is not a burst, but Aiyai does indeed have a servant to block that final damage. We have a Sir Hard coming down here, Aiyai's Risona. This is the double attacking one, so she can clear the Signy in front of her and then attack again. And as a bit of insurance, we have Hideyoshi, Jade General Queen, coming down. She can pay 2 Signy from beneath her to cancel an auto, enter, or action ability of an opponent's Signy, just to prevent any kind of clears or preventions here. The match is not over. If Tamayorihime does get some good bursts here, she can still survive. The first attack here clears, and the second attack comes in, and it's not a burst. This attack comes in, not a burst again. And the final hit, any servants? No. And in a decisive victory, Aiyai takes the win. Good games all around. I hope you enjoyed watching this edition of Weekly Wharf Wixoss. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one, Selector.